Hello Pisces, welcome to your weekly reading for June 19th to the 25th. This is for Pisces Sun and Rising, and if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional occult cross spread. I also use astrology and my guides to help bring a lot more clarity, to get more specific and detailed with your reading, Pisces. I do this because I love you. I always say it, Pisces, you're my secret crush. And I really want you to feel like it's a personal reading, as if we're here one-on-one rather than a general spread. Lastly, I use astrology because it brings a lot more depth to your readings. Now, Pisces, this is a big week, especially for you. Especially for you, okay? And I think that I mentioned this in your last reading toward the end of it. We're kicking it off on Monday with Jupiter sextiling Saturn. Now, what makes this very interesting and why this is for you particularly a really big week is because this is a rare aspect. This is a great aspect. And if you saw my monthly forecast, I asked you to think about what happened for you back in December 2020. Right? This is, we're going way back 3 years ago. So if you don't journal, if you don't have a diary or whatnot, think about, just go through your Instagram feed, maybe go through your email, see if there were any important conversations we're having. But a lot of it, just think about just intuitively, like what were you thinking about around that time? Where did you feel power? What were some things that you were thinking of doing? What were some things that you were passionate about, or things that were happening around that time? Conversations you were having, or maybe there was something that you wanted to launch but you were distracted and something else came up. But anyway, they're all linked up. We had some Jupiter Saturn conjunctions back around 2020. So this is really big. This is huge because Jupiter is in Taurus and Saturn is in your sign. Jupiter, the planet of good luck, good fortune, prosperity, and Taurus in your third house. Okay, we're going to talk about that. It's sextiling Saturn in your sign. In your sign, sextiles are very supportive aspects. Okay, and Saturn is, bringing that stability. And so this is Earth and water, right? Taurus and Pisces, very harmonious. And you have to remember, Jupiter is exalted in your sign. Okay, so this is a great aspect. This is a great aspect of like blessings and opportunity and breakthroughs and dream big, right? Dream big. Nobody said dream little. And so I love this for you because it's pretty slow moving. They're outer planets, so you'll feel it pretty much through the week. And I really love this for you. So it is Jupiter and Taurus again is in your third house, so that is communication. And this has been, Mercury has been very active in terms of communication. Mercury is in Gemini in its domicile. This is all in your fourth house. Remember, we're coming after that new moon that was in your fourth house, your domestic sector. And so a lot of y'all may have been thinking about things at home, about maybe moving. Maybe you signed a contract in terms of, a new apartment, a new home. You bought a new home. Maybe you started an Airbnb, something that had to do with real estate. The fourth house also rules relationships. Maybe you started a new relationship or a partnership, or or even if you are in one, took it to a new level or had clarity around it. If you are in a relationship, if you have been married for decades, maybe there was something that a new beginning that happened in that area. There's children's in the fourth house too, so things that could have been happening with your family and your children. But in any case, I really do love what's happening for you because Gemini is the native ruler of the third house, and again Jupiter is in your third house. And so a lot of communication activity, just feeling very powerful, being very persuasive in terms of communication, having a bigger platform, a lot of writing activity in this house as well. And again, this is third house rules siblings, so aunts and cousins, so a lot of family activity that could be happening. Okay, so keep that in mind. Remember, Jupiter is a planet of good luck, good fortune, and prosperity, expansion, belief. All right, it also rules if you're into travel, or if that's a part of your life, short distance travel. Okay, so that could be something that you'll be maybe thinking about doing a lot of, or maybe planning trips right now. But remember, Saturn is in your sign, so it went into your sign back in March. So there could have been a lot of newness, a lot of stability, structure. It could have been, Saturn is also the planet of responsibility and tough love and like the taskmaster planet. But it did go retrograde. And so it's almost like hey, there's a lot of great things that happened. I love it. But now it's like, ooh, I need to really, I'm really feeling it now. In terms of this long-term commitment, like what am I going to do with this, like long-term this commitment energy, like you really have like good insight and getting like clarity around that. So I really love that for you. The other thing that's going to happen is on the 21st, hey, it's summer in the northern hemisphere, winter in the southern, but you know, this is the same day that the sun enters Cancer. This is pretty big. I love this because this is going to be great for you. Not only is it, you know, Cancer, your BFF, right, fellow water sign, but it's your fifth house of pleasure, of romance and love, creativity, self-expression. It's like time to have fun, Pisces. It's time to have fun. So I really love this for you. And you know, I've been saying in the other readings, like if you're into numerology, June 21st, not only is it the longest day of the year, so take advantage. You have a little bit more time to, like, you know, put the wheels in motion and go after your passions and do the things that you love. But it is the 172nd day of the year. Okay, that's how big of a dork I am. All right, so 172nd day of, you know, the Gregorian calendar, if you want to get technical. And so if you're into numerology, you know that's 10. All right, so 10 is completion. It's new beginnings with the summer solstice. And this is coming right after that new moon in Gemini, right after the Jupiter Saturn sextile. So absolutely love this for you. So let's go ahead and get started. Pisces, let's get started. Let's see what's going on for you for June 19th to the 25th. Again, this is for Pisces, Sun and Rising. The last thing I should mention is you probably have been really busy. I'm not going to lie, because Mars and Venus have been in Leo in your sixth house, so that's daily activity. So you've probably been very busy because that's, you know, been, you know, happening for a while. All right, and this week actually, it's almost like, interestingly, the moon is joining Mars and Venus in Leo. All right, so that's going to be until Friday. It actually starts Tuesday until Friday, so that's a lot of activity in Leo in your sixth house of daily activities, even health, even, you know, pets. If you have pets, you could be welcoming a new pet into your home. But let's go ahead and get started. Let's see what's going on for you, Pisces, for the week of June 19th to the 25th. Again, this is for Pisces, Sun and Rising. And if you do want to read for your moon and your Venus, all those other placements, you're absolutely welcome to. And the last thing I'm going to say is that I do leave all the key astrological dates in the description box if you do want to follow along. And because a lot of people are asking about, a lot of y'all are asking about the luckiest days of every week. And so I'm trying to get in the habit of that, but I just want you to know that you make your days, right? You every day can be lucky for you, but in terms of an astrological perspective, it would be the 19th. Okay, it would be the 19th. Such a great day that Jupiter is sextiling Saturn. So again, let's go ahead and get started. Let's see what's going on for you, Pisces, for the week of June 19th to the 25th. All right, so Pisces. Like I said earlier, I do a traditional cultic cross spread. Really gives the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, we will pull clarifiers. Secondly, Pisces, thank you for being here. Y'all are amazing. I love you. Y'all really are my secret crush. I love all the Pisces in my life. Like, oh my goodness. I'm an Aquarius, so I don't know if y'all have a lot of Aquarius friends, but all right. So let's take a look and see what's going on. This is very interesting. This is going to be a big week for you. Very big week. So you see that you did get, and you know what's really interesting is you did get the Three of Swords. All right. So there could have been, this came up in your past though. So there could have been something that was really hard for you. Okay. Now, I'm getting a lot of energy around, you know, and I'm not really surprised with the Mars, Venus, and Mars and Venus in Leo, okay, because that can be very fiery especially for Pisces, especially for the water signs, right? It's a lot of, like, you know, being very passionate about your passions, being very, you know, confident, being very bold, and really just, you know, like no holds barred, like nothing can stop me now energy. But it can be also like very like tempers are flaring and egos are at play. But even still, I feel like it could have been something that happened that was really a little too fiery for you, and it had this emotional impact on you. But I'm getting more of it's something that just was hard for you to work with. Okay, and think about what resonates for you, because when you look at this card, sure, it is, we call it the heartbreak card, but it's still a sword suit. Okay, so what's happening here is going up here. Swords are the mental suit. Remember it, like communication, intellect, logic, decisions, all of that up here. So think about what is resonating for you, and we'll even clarify it if you want to clarify it. It can have to do with work, okay, because it's Eight of Pentacles. So now, when I said again, Mars and Venus in Leo is the energy that I was picking up with. Remember, I said way in the beginning, you could have been very busy lately, all right? And very busy. And now this is showing that, yeah, very, very busy, okay? To the point where it could be like, more of like, you could be going through like some, a lot of like just, a lot of stress, a lot of like burnout energy, because this is like the hardest working person in tarot, right? Like this is Karate Kid action, all right? Like wax on, wax off, just like that. You know what I mean? Like he is just working on those pentacles. He is just so laser focused. He just wants to get to the finish line. He wants to, reach his legacy. Nothing's gonna stop him. No, like he's so determined, okay? So clarifying the Three of Swords, it could be just something that you're working on that is just like really, really like you're putting everything into it, heart and soul, blood, sweat, tears, all of that. And it could just be really, really worrisome for you, okay? It could also be something that has to do with like finances. It could have something to do with money as well, stressing about that. But remember, this is in the past, okay? This is in the past. The other thing I'm going to say is that there's possibly, and I want you to think about this, Pisces, because I'm getting a message that you may, and I say this in all your readings, y'all are the most psychic, y'all are the most intuitive signs. There may be a skill set that you may be aware of that you're not utilizing. So think about that. Think about that too, because it could really help you in terms of moving forward. Okay. Now, here's the good news is that you did get Temperance in the heart of your spread. All right. So everything's going to level out. This is kind of like the theme of the week. Temperance, you have an archangel right in the heart of your spread. Okay. Archangel Michael, you see, Temperance is all about balance, but it's also self-restraint. That's what it literally means, what Temperance literally means. So if y'all are in a place where you feel like things are happening way too fast, things are getting a little too serious, things are getting too hot to handle, or if you're thinking the opposite, like things are not happening fast enough, I'm putting all this time and energy into this thing that I'm investing in, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a job, whether it's a passion project, and it's not happening fast enough. This is saying, enjoy the moment. That's it. Enjoy the moment. The things will come. Everything will come. Everything comes. Everything happens in order. Okay? There's an order in the cosmos, right? And so this is just saying there's no need to worry. There's no need to stress. Okay? Just enjoy the moment. And when the thing that you want comes, think how good it will feel when you actually do get there, when you do get to the finish line. Think about that instead of worrying in the moment. Okay, that's what Temperance is. All right, so find that balance, especially like in inner, like the inner balance with mind, body, soul. Okay, I'm gonna point something out here. You see that the sun all the way in the back here, it's a crowned sun. You see that pathway leading to it. Sure, it's going to be like, for a lot of things that you want to do, it could be a little bit longer. There could be, it's a long path, but you're eventually going to get there as long as you just you enjoy the moment. And like, I think that you're going to be fine anyway, because like I said, the sun is entering Cancer, and that is your 5th house, and that's all about pleasure. So you're actually going to be pretty good in this moment, and I want you to remember that. Just enjoy the moment. Okay, be in the moment. That's what enlightenment is. It's the now. Okay, so remember that, Pisces, and you even see the little sun in the archangel's forehead, right on the pineal gland. All right, just trust your intuition too. That's going to really, really help. And the reason I'm really harping on that is because you did get the Nine of Wands in your challenge area. This is all about resilience. So it's almost like there's an energy of just almost giving up. It's like, gosh, this thing, like, it's not working out, or it's taking too long, or it's just too stressful for me. And it's like your resilience is going down. It's like you're eventually gonna like it's almost like you're going to lose interest, or you're just going to feel defeated. And I don't want you to feel that. And this is all just because it's in your challenge area. So remember to pay attention, to just enjoy the moment. Don't stress over anything. Don't worry over anything. Obviously, like, keep going after your passions, all the things that you know will bring you joy, things that you want to bring into your life. And if things go sideways, work with it. Work with it. You're Pisces. You're great at that, okay? Especially intuitively. Like, just trust yourself, okay? You did get the Eight of Cups. Sorry, this is in your crown. If I remember correctly, you did get the Eight of Cups in your last reading. Okay, so this is again, this is you can see there's an eclipse happening. So this is a game-changing moment. And again, this came up in your crown. And Eight of Cups is all about leaving something behind. Okay, moving forward from something. And this is your card. This is ruled by Pisces. Okay, so this is leaving something. It's almost like you're ready to leave something. Okay, that something is better for you. All right, so this is kind of like your path right now, and that's something that you're thinking about. I'm getting a message that something also you're just in a situation where you maybe something. And it doesn't necessarily have to be. Okay, so basically, I want you to ask yourself, how does that resonate with you? Are you leaving like a relationship? Are you leaving a job? Are you leaving something that has been part of your life for a long time? Because with this card, it doesn't necessarily mean you're leaving something bad. It can be something good that you're just, hey, I know something's better for me. Okay. And so looking at your entire spread here, a lot of this could be like, kind of like, again, that long-term thing. So think about, maybe you lived in the same house, the same apartment for, 5 years. And now you met someone and it's great. And the relationship's going great, and now you're ready to move in together. So you're leaving that one area of your life, right? You're leaving that house, that your apartment, the place, your home, that where you have all the memories. It's your place, and you're moving into this new area. And it may be really hard, and again, that may be just that one thing where you feel like, okay, we can't find this house fast enough. We really want this to happen. We got to find the right place to live. But again, that's just an example. Ask yourself, what resonates for you? Okay, what resonates for you? It's even if you're, with your children, the same thing. There could be, something that's really heartbreaking, and it doesn't have to be something that, with the Three of Swords, it doesn't have to be like truly heartbreaking. It can just be like one of those life moments where your kids are moving off to college, and that's that heartbreaking thing, and they've been working so hard, and you're just like, oh my goodness, like I really want to do this and I want to do that, but just like, don't stress, everything's gonna be great. And that's it's really like, you have to ask yourself, what resonates with you, but in the moment, just stay in the moment, okay? And just don't stress, and really tap into your intuitive side right now. Again, just remember how great it will feel when the things that you want, when you finally get there. And you did get the King of Pentacles in the root of your spread. So this is a very emotionally based reading for you, Pisces. Very emotionally based, because sure, he is the richest king. Sure, he is the, he's got a lot of money. He's got a lot of abundance. He has a lot of wealth. But at the end of the day, he's the protector, okay? He's the provider. He is that type of king. He has the resources to do that. So there's a sense of you where you do want to be in a place where you provide for yourself and your family and everyone within your orbit, where you don't have to stress about money, where you don't have to stress about, any of that. But also, it's all about self-value too. The King of Pentacles, he is Taurus. All right. Remember, I said Jupiter moved into Taurus. All right. And so you even see the bulls in his throne there. And so I really love that you did get the King of Pentacles. Remember, Jupiter is in Taurus in your third house. So a lot of family matters, okay? As well as communication. But it's really grounding. I love that because it's in the root of your spread. And so it's really, honestly, like, really great. So a lot of y'all could have come into a lot of this abundance. A lot of y'all could be on your path to a lot of this abundance. You do see that he is holding the golden scepter. All right, there's only 2 people in all of tarot that has that golden scepter. That golden scepter creates that abundance. Okay, it creates all that abundance. So I really love this. So it's almost like that's really what you want right now, is to move toward into this path of abundance. And again, I'm getting a message that a lot of Pisces have already come into it, and it's like there's a kind of like the next level and the next step in terms of your path. All right, so now you did get the moon, which is very interesting. Very interesting, because a good majority of the readings this week have gotten like their own cards. So, and the moon is ruled by Pisces here. Okay, so you got the moon in your future. So again, it looks like there is going to be a little bit of just there may be something this week that where it's so new and it's so like emotionally big for you that you do get in a space where there is a little bit of fear, there is a little bit of distress about like what's going on with your future and your path forward. But again, I want to remind you, it is the moon. All right, it is the moon. What's really interesting is that that is all about intuition. I keep saying that y'all are a very intuitive sign, and this whole reading is like, trust your intuition, okay? That's what's going to get you through. You do see, like, you are that little crayfish there, and you got to go through the towers. You got to go through those towers. So it's all about facing any of your fears at this point. Really, really facing any fears that you have, any distress. If you think about the moon, I mean, we'll trace it back, right? It's etymological root, Luna, okay? Goddess of the moon. That's why we have lunar phases or whatnot. But then Middle English, lunacy. We all go a little crazy, especially around, the full moon, right? You see the dog and the wolf here. And, it affects us, right? It affects people, it affects, animals, it affects our ocean tides. But it's very, very powerful. So it's all about you being in control, all right? You see that, and, mentioning the dog and the wolf, you have to pass them. And the dog and the wolf are here to indicate they represent an evolution, all right? So you have to go through these emotional experiences to evolve, okay? Because it makes you stronger. You become, you learn from it, you grow from it, you become a better version of yourself, all right? So that intuitive energy is really, really strong in your reading. Just really trusting yourself, trusting your guides, really tapping into your intuition, because you got the moon here. You see, remember, you have it here as well, and then you have the sun right on the pineal gland. Just keep that in mind as you move forward this week. So Pisces, let's get to your stuff. If you like this reading, by the way, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. I love hearing from y'all. And if you are a subscriber, thanks so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. You really make my day. I wouldn't be here without you. So I am truly grateful, and I'm very appreciative. So Pisces, yeah, it looks like you are in a place where you're going to have to make a decision this week. There is a big decision you're going to have to make. And, I really just, again, trust your intuition, because when you trust your intuition, you are more in the zone. Everything, you're happier. Everything makes more sense. You see more clearly. You make sounder judgments, better decisions. And it looks like you are going to have to make a decision this week, okay? And you probably already know this. All right, so let's get started. You got the sun, all right? You got the sun. Remember, you have the little sun in the forehead here and the archangel. So again, a lot about intuition, but the sun is very powerful. This is all about like raising your energy levels. So I want you to do that. If you feel any fears or anxieties or any stress this week, again, I don't want you to feel that. Those are low energy frequent these are low frequency energies. All right, so it's all about raising your frequencies, okay? Because energy is, I always say it, everything is made of energy, okay? We all vibrate at a certain frequency down to the molecular level. You have to vibrate at a high frequency. You can even see in the sun here, the rays, okay? Those are vibrations, okay? And so really, really do that now. The sun is all about optimism. It's all about opportunity. It is all about abundance and its vitality and its growth. So there's a sense of freedom with the sun. You see the wisdom child, right? On the white horse with a red banner, so that is a lot of victory and that like long hair, no care, just like that freedom again with the sun going into Cancer. It's in your 5th house of pleasure, of fun, love, romance, creativity, self-expression. So really have that moment. Really just enjoy the moment right now and really trust your intuition, okay? Don't stress. Don't worry. Don't do any of that. You do have the 2 of Pentacles, so definitely, especially with the moon here, it looks like that there is going to be a decision that you may have to make, and that is going to bring all that balance. Remember, temperance is a lot of balance. Mind, body, soul. Temperance, actually, tracing that back, Latin, temperare, it actually meant to mix, okay? Because temperance was the alchemist, right? And so it's mixing everything. It's having that perfect balance. Thinking about a recipe. If you're making making a lasagna or baking a cake, I don't know, whatever you cook, you want it. It has everything. All the ingredients have to be perfectly balanced for the right outcome. So think about that too. What in your life, where do you need that balance? Like, are you spending too much time, at work, not enough time with the kids? Are you spending way too much time, with your friends? All right, not enough time doing that passion project, like writing that book that you're writing, or that painting that you're doing, right? Like, find that balance. But even still, there's a lot of imbalance in this card, so you do want to find that balance, all right? But you will have to quite possibly make this decision. And remember, we're still, in the first half of the week, still in Gemini season, okay? Remember the twin, 2 things. So it could be a decision that you have to make between 2 different things. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's like you could be in a place where you do find 2 homes that you have to decide between if you're moving, or you do get 2 job offers, or even just 1 job offer, but you love your job, and this job offer is like a lot better, and you're just like, oh my goodness, what do I do? Do you know what I mean? Like, but there's going to be some sort of decision, and it's going to be, it could be pretty emotional for you, especially with the moon, right? And it could be like, there could be a sense of, part of the fear would be like that sense of regret. Like, I don't want to regret my decision. But again, as long as you trust your intuition, you won't regret anything at all. Now, you got the 7 of Wands, all right? This is really great. I absolutely love this for you, all right? This is all about valor. The 7 of Wands comes after the 6 of Wands, okay? And so this is, 6 of Wands is all about victory, right? It's all about success. And so when you have that, sometimes people come after you, or just like life throws you like all these like curveballs, right? But this is you standing your ground. This is you saying, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I worked hard for this. This is, I put all, like I said, blood, sweat, tears, heart, and soul into my passions, into the things that I worked hard for. No one's going to take it away from me, okay? No one's going to take any of that away from me. Valor, even the etymological root valere. But when you go to Old French, it meant like to be, it's like value as well, worth. All right, knowing your worth, knowing your values, right? And so with the fact that Jupiter sextiling Jupiter sextiling Saturn, and Jupiter being in Taurus is all about values, right? It is all about, comfort and stability, what brings you comfort and stability, and you're defending yourself. And that's all you want to do right now is be in a place where it's like, back off, anybody. This is mine. I've worked hard for this, okay? And it's, again, valor, just having that inner strength, but also that intuition. And now you also got the 7 of Pentacles. Very interesting here. This is very interesting. Seven of Pentacles in your final outcome. Again, that decision. Look, you got the Two of Pentacles in your, external factors area, and then you got the Seven of Pentacles in your final outcome. Definitely, decision. Okay, and again, look at this. First, I want to point out to you that seven, when you think about the tree of life, it's the seventh sphere. It's a sphere. Let's call it sphere. And so it's all about victory and its desire. All right. And so you got two sevens here. That's what you want. That's what you want. And so, again, here's another card where it's saying, I've worked really hard. He's looking back at what he's invested in. And you ask yourself, how does this resonate with you? Is it a relationship? Is it a job? Is it something financially? Is it actual investments? Is it right? Because even though pentacles are money and wealth, again, remember what I said, it is our physical reality. So within your orbit, something in your physical world that you've put a lot of blood, sweat, tears, heart, and soul into, and now you're taking that little break to say, is this a path that I really want to be on? Is this something that I want to continue pursuing? And if it is, how do I transcend? How do I ascend? How, like if you've been at the same job for 2 years, do you now have enough knowledge to start your own business? Is it time to get a promotion, to get a raise? If you've, really put a lot of time into a relationship, it's like, is it now time to get married? Is it now time to propose? I mean, this is, again, he's taking that little break. He's asking those questions, those big questions, right? So this, with the Two of Pentacles here, and then just looking at the rest of your spread, it really is just like, there is going to be something that you could possibly this week have a big decision about. You could have a big, and we'll even clarify it if you want to. Yeah, you got the Five of Pentacles, Four of Swords, and Queen of Pentacles. So it's a big decision. A lot of y'all may be deciding to leave something for sure. You did get the Five of Pentacles, okay? You could be deciding to leave something behind. And it could be something that is just not working out for you. Again, remember, you did get the Eight of Cups in your crown. All right. And so there could also be something that where it's really influencing that is something where it's just a place where you just don't feel good about it. Where, you can see these two people, they're actually so focused on their plight, right? They're not in a good place. And the problem with them is that they are literally outside of church and they can't see it. But, sometimes you have to ask yourself, are you refusing to see it? Do you need this support in this decision that you're making, or this passion that you're pursuing, and you're just not asking people? Maybe you need to bring people in. But again, how does that resonate with you? What's really resonating with me is that there is a decision that you have to make of something that deep down in your heart is just not serving you well. And it could be something that is money related, finance related, but again, remember your physical reality, and it could be someone that in your life. Now, what's really interesting is you did get the Four of Swords right after that. I really love this. When I say pay attention to your intuition, trust your intuition, this is all about meditation. This is all about relaxation. This is stillness of mind, okay? Stillness of mind. Just really, when I say don't stress, don't worry, the universe is on your side, okay? Universe is on your side. But it's like you're gonna be fine because it's coming after the Seven of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles, okay? And so I want you to see something here, Pisces. I want you to see something here. When I talk about that, that intuition and that, spirituality, really tapping into your spirituality at this time, you see these three swords? Look, they're pointing at I'm trying to do this where I can. Okay, let me just stand up. They're pointing at, this sword is pointing at the heart chakra, throat chakra, crown chakra. You see, did I do that right? Okay. Heart chakra, throat chakra, crown. So really activate those, right? The heart, you know the heart. So I don't even know how to explain that. Throat is really like communicating the things that you need, right? And you know the crown, like the consciousness is everything up here. But look at this, Queen of Pentacles right after. So once you have this moment, it looks like a lot of Pisces. I'm not gonna lie, you're leaving something for something new. It's clear as day here, especially thinking about your last reading too, which was your best reading since I started this channel that I've done for y'all. And a lot of like newness, right? But this is it's just more emotional for you now. A big decision for you this week, okay? But remember, once you have that stillness of mind, you have that clarity, okay? And then you get the Queen of Pentacles. Let me remind you, you got the King of Pentacles too, so you have the pair here. Okay? Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, the main difference is that the Kings, their powers and their energies are more external. Queens are more internal, right? So she has a very maternal side in terms of, like taking care of the people within her orbit, from like based on her heart. Like it's like if you had a friend that was a little short in rent and they're just like, oh, I can't make rent this month, you would be the person who's like, oh, I got you, you need $200, all right, I got you. Okay, that's the Queen of Pentacles. She really wants to take care of everybody within her kingdom. Now, the other thing about the Queen of Pentacles, I always say this card reminds me of a fairy tale, right? You even see the little bunny rabbit here in the corner, hidden very well, representing fertility and growth. Okay, so this is really good for you. But when I say it reminds me of a fairy tale, what is a fairy tale? It's world building. So again, having the resources to build what you want, you are going to have that clarity, and you're moving into that area for sure. Just tap into, just be you, just be Pisces. Okay, just be, you are very intuitive, you are so imaginative, you are very creative, you are all those things. Now, don't let any fears or stress or frustrations own you. Okay, don't let them get to you. You control those emotions, okay? It's okay to have those feelings, but don't get stuck on those feelings, all right? Again, like I said, we're human beings. Like, nobody's perfect, right? We're built with a range of emotions. There's a reason why we're meant to, feel a little bit of fear or anxiety or stress. But again, don't get stuck in there and use it to empower yourself. We want to learn from those moments. You want to grow from those moments, okay? So it does look like there's a big decision you have to make this week, but moving forward, once you have that stillness of mind, once you tap into your intuitive side, trust your instincts, trust your gut, you'll be fine. You'll be absolutely fine. I mean, you got the pair here. This is really great. So this is a big, again, just enjoy the moment, okay? Enjoy the moment and just think about what you want, whatever you're going after, your path to enlightenment. Think about the moment you reach it rather than the road to getting there, okay? Think about the moment that you reach it. All right, so Pisces, thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see you next week's a big week. It's very different from this week astrologically, but thanks again for tuning in. If you like this reading, it would be great if you subscribe, leave comments, and if you're a subscriber, thanks so much for being here. I will see you next week. All right, bye-bye.